This Cancer rising baby is fully in her element. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I am here today for today's 1 month in my Witchy Journals video. We're just sticking to this puppy because as I'm filming this, it is 9:49 p.m. on September 6th, and it is a new moon. As promised in my last video, the playlist for which is linked up above in the cards, I'm going to be filming and sharing my new moon reading. So we're going to be using a big ass spread and my Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck and the Star Seeker Tarot. So buckle in for this. I have no clue how long this is going to be. I have no clue what parts I'll keep and cut out. I've never filmed a reading before where I'm doing this. So who knows? And this is my personal reading too. So we shall see. First things first, it is a new moon in Virgo. And the date is September 6th, 2021. I want to use the green, but I'm not feeling the purple. Let's go with the green and the blue because Virgo feels very greeny to me, which is not that surprising because hello, earth sign. Even though it might not be like, well, it's debatable and I don't even know how to begin to get into this whole like what colors specifically of the spectrum of the elements. Never mind. Anywho, so I've done previous, even when I was using this as my bullet journal, which I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am to be back in my A5. I was doing readings, but I was doing them differently, and I really love this. I guess I'm just still figuring out the ways in which I use things. Okay, so I just sped up because I was trying to talk and it was getting rambly. And what I did was I pulled out the cards for this moon. This new moon is a mutable earth sign and a yin energy. And a new moon is when the sun is conjuncting the moon, and it's doing this in Virgo, which is for me on my chart. So here's my natal chart. Here's this glyph for Virgo. For me in my natal chart, it is my 3rd house. So that last card gets thrown in with my personal energy to personalize the whole reading more to me. All of this stuff is the energy that is affecting everybody. The house is where it becomes personal. And potentially if you have other things here. What really got me excited with the idea of sharing this is how I work with these decks. This is how I created my moon return readings, which I do offer to people, and I'm creating a bunch more. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm kind of in a weird place with the whole Etsy shop idea. So if you see this and you're curious or you would like a reading from me, any kind of a reading, or a reading specifically using this combination that you're about to see, my email and my Facebook page are down in the description box. And those are ways in which you can contact me to talk about a reading while I'm figuring out how to host my readings. So anyways, I pull the applicable cards for the energy of whatever astrological transit it is. A full moon and a new moon, they are lunar phases. They are astrological transits. And for me, it's transiting my 3rd house, which just means the moon and the sun are moving through Virgo, which for me is my 3rd house. So I pull the cards and then I use these to come up with the questions. So I have, how many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cards. Okay, that took a while. So I use the cards here to formulate my questions. So I look at the bottom. So I look at the bottom here at the keywords: surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. And whichever words stick out, and this is the exact same process I use to build my moon return readings. Whichever words stick out is what I go with. So here, surrender, fluidity, welcoming change. What change do I need to welcome? It's also very fitting for my tarot card this month, which is the 8 of Cups. Earth. Keywords are persistence, patience, and practicality. How will persistence help me in this change, or in this welcoming? I could have used either word. And I'm just tucking my cards up on my laptop so they're out of my way. Sorry about the shadows and shit. And the squeaking chair. Yin. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay, so that one went kind of weird. For yin, I put, how will this help me to trust my spirituality? Which is interesting. Okay, now we're getting into the sun, self-express, and embody truth. What truth am I learning to embody? Conjunction. What is coming together? Moon. The keywords for moon are satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. What emotional needs are calling to be satisfied? Virgo. Integrity, reverence, and service. I just want to look up the word reverence for a moment, because you never know. Reverence, deep respect for someone or something. Okay, so it's a bit wonkily worded, but how might I serve and what to revere? And then house 3, and this is what really personalizes it to me. I thought I was gonna write about how this can change my rational mind, but then it popped into my head, and this is why I really love this, because I pick these questions intuitively from the words on the cards. It's a highly intuitive process. So house 3, how can I communicate this? Ignore the scribbles. Those are my things. I'm just gonna highlight them so they look nice. So just give me a second. Okay, so I just took a moment and I moved my journal out of the way since I'm done with the questions, and I put my cards down so that way I can shuffle and pull my Star Seeker, my corresponding tarot cards for these, and then I will do the actual reading. This right here is why I'm having issues with my desk, because I don't have enough space. So I get them all set up and then I have to move them out of my way. Ugh. Okay. So as I said, this is the Star Seeker Tarot. That's the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck by Lily Ashwell. This is the Star Seeker by Nikki Ferrata at Van Mystic, I believe. Love this deck, and it's gotten easier to shuffle now. Oh, I love this deck combination. I will never work with these decks with anything else but each other because they're just perfect, and they become such a huge integral part of, oh my god, part of my practice. All right, I'm gonna say that means you don't want to be shuffled like that anymore. Okay. Focusing on this new moon and what its lessons are here for me. Just gonna tuck that aside while I neaten up these cards, make sure we're in frame. So my questions are, for mutable, what change do I need to welcome? 10 of Cups. That I already feel less anxious about this reading just from that one card. Earth, how will persistence help me in this change? 4 of Wands. Yin, how will this help me to trust my spirituality? The Ace of Cups. For the Sun card, what truth am I learning to embody? The Empress. Oh, this is going so much better than I was afraid it was gonna go, you guys. Ah. Okay. Okay. Conjunction. What is coming together? Oh, look. Oh, I'm so excited. I was hella scared. Ah. Moon, what emotional needs are calling to be satisfied? The 4 of Pentacles. Oh, well, that's interesting. Virgo, how might I serve and what am I to revere? The Knight of Wands. Ooh, that's cool. And then for house 3, how can I communicate all of this? The 5 of Cups. Okay. That went so much better than I was expecting. Look at this. Before I go to the journaling, I'll just share my initial thoughts. Obviously, there's a lot of water energy. There's 3 cup cards here, and they're pretty strong cup cards. We've got the Ace, we've got the 10, we've got the 2, which is very union. And not only are those cup cards, but this Wands, she's jumping into the water. And this Wands, there's also water. So, and sorry, there's 4 cup cards. So, lots of water energy. This is there's 2 cards that don't have any water. I love that I'm learning that the truth I'm learning to embody is the Empress card. I like that it's mostly Wands with cups because those are energies that are all important, that are both important to me in my chart and in my energies. And both of these give a healthy dose of earth. So overall, I'm very pleased. Now I'm just going to scooch the stuff out of the way so I can bring my journal back and I can do my actual more reading process. Okay, so I tucked my stuff out of the way. My cards are up on my laptop again. This is why I'm looking for a new desk, because this current setup, I don't have the freedom to just use my space, and I don't know what exactly it is that I need, but I need something. Yes, okay. So what change do I need to welcome? I don't know always if I'm going to refer to the guidebook. I don't tend to look at the guidebook a lot, especially with the Star Seeker Tarot, but sometimes I do just to add extra layers. So we shall see. I'm gonna what I'm going to do for this process is I'm going to look at the cards and just think for a minute. I need to just zone into my thinking, and I'll write, and then I'll tell you guys what it is that I've found. Okay, so what change do I need to welcome? Okay, so what I got for the Ten of Cups was welcome the change of living the lifestyle that brings you into the land of emotional fulfillment, so you can better enjoy and be present in the waters with your family. Makes sense to me, so I'm going with it. And an interesting thing kind of happens when I do this. When I write, especially when I end up writing in cursive, that means I kind of like hear the message. So it's an interesting experience. For Earth, we have how will persistence help me in this change? And I've got the Four of Wands. Let me get into this. My hand already hurts. For the Four of Wands, you need to be persistent in remembering where you've come from and your motivations for what you're working towards. So the Four of Wands talks about them looking back on their past and their memories with fond nostalgic joy. And then only with the persistence to intention will you be able to keep your motivated spark. The Wands are about inspiration and motivation and creativity. So that's kind of where I was coming from. The Ace of Cups for the yin energy. For how will this help me to trust my spirituality? This shift will bring into alignment all that has and does feel misaligned. And when you align with your soul self, you will light from within. From this, may your practice be born. I don't really want to even comment on that because it's just so beautiful. And it's weird. I don't necessarily talk like this in my readings. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure because I've yet to try the practice of recording readings for myself and then watching them. It's interesting. The Sun. What truth am I learning to embody? You are learning to embody the fruitful and abundant life that you were born to have. You are a born empress, and when you follow your unique aligned light, abundance will find you. I feel very strongly attached to the Empress card, even though it's not my birth card, and that I think is partly because I was born of threes. I was born on March 30th, the third month, the 30th day, 0330, they equal to 3. And like you add 0 plus 3, it's 3. You add 3 plus 0, it's 3. So I've just always felt very strongly connected to the Empress and to the Venus energy and all of this. So that feels really nice. That brought me a lot of joy to see that. What is coming together? 2 of Cups. The fog is lifting, and the apathy is going with it. Walk knowing that it will clear, and you will be seen back in alignment in all of your loves and relationships, the ones you still cherish. The moon, what emotional needs are calling to be satisfied? How can you float if you have no foundation beneath you? How can you focus to keep the pentacles floating without foundation? Fulfill your emotions' foundational needs. So that could be things, things like, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm kind of in a weird zony reading place, but I am curious what the guidebook says for that one. So because I don't pull that card very often. So I want to look at it and see. Nothing really there that I wanted to add. I definitely think I tapped into the energies of the card well enough. So that's good enough for me. Knight of Wands. How might I serve? And what am I being? And what do I need to revere? Serve your spark. Serve your passion and your fire. Not just to serve, but to revere and cherish. For without it, the flame will die. Sometimes you need to lead with fire and passion. Anyone else really feeling that? Now for the last card, the one that is very specific to me. So if you've been listening to this and been thinking, man, there's some messages hidden in here for me, which if you have, I'd really love to hear about it. And if you'd be willing to share with me in the comments, that would mean a lot. This one's much more specific to me. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be messages in this thing for you, because I don't fucking know. I have no clue what place you're going to be at when you click on this video. However, for those who are watching it, if you are a Cancer rising sign, in the whole sign chart system, this would be your third house too. So, just saying. House 3, how can I communicate this? 5 of Cups. Cry. Grieve. See what has been lost. Acknowledge it and process. And then pick up your head, look to what you still have, and move on. The thing with the 5 of Cups is that's what it feels like. It feels like needing to communicate this emotion. And sometimes we cry when we don't yet have the words to express what it is that we are emotionally feeling. At least that's what I believe. And that's what this feels like. You want to communicate it right now, all you've got is crying and grieving. It's interesting because it's looking like I'm going to be home alone all day Wednesday, which is when my moon return is. And I'm going to be doing another video like this, except for my moon return. Or at least I'm intending to at this moment in time. So, check that out. Anyways, that was an experience. I think it felt pretty good. It's a little weird, hard to tell. This is an incredibly vulnerable video, so it would mean extra lots to me if you would let me know in the comments down below if you made it this far and what you thought. And don't forget, there's the description box you can check out. You can find the ways to contact me if you would like to discuss readings with me. I have other stuff there. I really appreciate you watching this video. It was interesting to feel myself settling into reading. Anyways, I don't really have much words, but I love you all who watch this. And the people who don't, I love them too. They're not going to hear me say it if they don't watch the video. So, I love you all very much. Lots of love. Bye.